on time. Good morning. Happy Monday, Facebook family. Thanks for joining me, Valerie, right at the nick of time.
I was grabbing my coffee. I had to try to get my run in this morning before. Usually, I work out after, but I've got so much going on. Every 30 minutes, I've got a meeting.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. But anyway, happy Easter Monday.
Same to you. You look like you had a good weekend this weekend.
I did. See
your little
vitamin D
sunburn
glow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Despite using a ton of sunscreen, I still fortunate enough that I brown a little bit.
That's good. That's good. Yeah, my heritage allows that too. Unless I'm like out on the boat fishing for like 6 hours and I get so involved in fishing, I forget my sunscreen. Then it might take a little while longer before it turns brown. I don't.
Oh yeah. Jeremy's like that. It must be that Italian thing.
Yeah, that would be it. That would be it. The good comes with the bad. I can't.
Oh, so how was your weekend? Did you get more yard work done?
Actually, I didn't work in the yard. I had like the perfect weekend, I think. I did. I got rid of some boxes and stuff, from moving, cleaned up the garage, and now can actually walk in and out of it without going, oh my God, I got to do this garage. And then I spent time with my family and played games and had a great meal on Easter Sunday. And then I got some work done. So I just had like a culmination of everything and it was perfect. Not too much of any one thing.
What did you make for Easter meal?
Oh, it's just the standard ham, scalloped potatoes, candied carrots, and biscuits.
Oh, nice. Well, we stopped at a little bistro on our way home. We stayed in Marco Island this weekend and it was over an hour wait. Oh, it was very expensive. Yeah, it was crazy. So anyway,
I just thought it was like so ironic that you send me a picture of this gorgeous beachfront with the blue sky and the palm tree. And I send you the picture of the storm clouds rolling and we never got a drop of rain and you got poured on. That was so funny.
Yeah, we were sitting outside having a bone-in ribeye steak and enjoying dinner. And all of a sudden it just started pouring. And thank goodness the restaurant, the outdoors they're used to this, right? They have these big umbrellas. And so all the tables started coming in together. We made new friends.
It was just a beautiful weekend in the west side of Florida this weekend. It was gorgeous. It
really was nice. So what do we got going on in the entrepreneurial world?
Oh my goodness. This is a big week for us anyway. We've got a new cohort starting that we actually pushed back to April 30th because we got so many last minute people hearing about the program and wanting to get involved. So we're screening applications and getting some last minute people in to start on April 30th. And those are on Saturday mornings at 9. They run for 8 weeks. It'll be over before, the second week of June. Then we have another one starting on May 17th, and that one is nearly full, but people still can get into that one. It is Tuesdays and Thursday nights from 6 to 8, and it's 4 weeks. So you still get the same 8-week program. You're just doing it in more condensed time. And so if Tuesdays and Thursdays work better for you than Saturday mornings, you need to get those applications in as quickly as possible. We're infamous for not turning anybody away, but don't make us make that decision. Get your application in early, and I'll put the application link in the chat.
That's great. I'm so excited that John Borders registered.
Yes, I'm sure you are. Yeah, I was too. I was too.
Yeah. So John and I served together at CENTCOM, one of my fellow battle buddies there, and he has a scuba diving business that he's been working on for a while. So very excited. For him to do that, because he's always like, I need help, Valerie, but my scuba class is usually on Saturday.
Yep. Yep. And that was why we decided to try the Tuesday and Thursday. And the testament to how many people don't want to give up their Saturdays or can't is that that one has filled up, not full, but that one has populated faster than
Yeah.
the Saturday mornings. Also this week, if you are in the South Florida area, I will be back in Miami on Friday, and I will be at Mogul Maker Expo, which is at the Westchester Regional Library in the Miami-Dade Library System. They're having an incredibly dynamic event where they're going to have speakers and networking, and then there's specifically Martin County, Miami-Dade County entrepreneurial support from the county, what resources are available. That you get to talk to the librarians. You know me, if you've ever been in any one of my classes or if any one of my workshops, I'm forever advocating that you get a library card and go talk to your business librarian, because they will be your best friend in helping you decide certain aspects of your business, like whether it's a valid concept or not, who your customer is, and, where you can get supplies and suppliers. So that's this Friday from 10 to 2 at the Westchester Regional Library. I will send a link. I'll put the link to that. It is free to attend. So if you are in that area, and I strongly encourage you to come down just to see the event, but if you want to see me, I will be there. I don't know that at this point, I don't know if I'm going to have a table for Action Zone or not. We're working on that. Or whether I might even be able to give a workshop. So, a brief workshop while I'm there. So regardless, I will be there. I am going to be there, whether I'm presenting or I'm attending, and I'll be there like one of those poll lobbyists outside, just passing out cards and information if I can't get a table.
I won't lie, I'm jealous. I wish I was going to Miami with Rosie.
Yeah, we keep talking about the one time we did go to Miami together. We were still in bed by 8 o'clock. I mean, it was just, we thought we'd go out and enjoy the Miami thing, but none of us were in the mood.
No. I will be in the Carolinas, North Carolina, Charlotte and Raleigh for
You're with
Bunker Connects,
right?
And military or Mill Money Con, which is going to be in Cary, North Carolina. So busy week for Valerie.
Yep, for all of us. I mean, for all the bad things that have occurred during the pandemic, if you have been affected by all of those, and this is what I'm finding when I'm speaking to all these people that are looking at the classes, if you've been affected in any way by that, even if it's to realize that you don't want to be an employee anymore because you're less stable or secure. Being an entrepreneur and owning your own business isn't always very stable and secure either, but at least you have control of your own destiny. Yeah. And so that's why a lot of people have said that they've been coming to us for the classes, is because they're just ready. The writing was on the wall before, and now the ink is dried and they're ready to get started on their own thing. And we're always ready to help them.
I know. I'm so excited. I can't wait to see these new batches of companies come.
I know are you going to, always, I don't think you've even missed one first class, but it's for everybody that notices, this won't be any surprise, but as soon as that first class is over, Valerie and I are texting going, oh my gosh, this is the best class ever. Oh my gosh, this is so great. I am so energized after every class, actually. It's not a chore to do this. It's so exciting to see what they're working on, and then to see when that light bulb starts flashing. And it just is, how could you not love doing this? Because it just makes you feel so energized off of their energy. Yeah, it is exciting. Well, that's why we're getting ready to turn 5. Getting ready to turn 4. 4, yeah. Yeah, we have. Don't rush it, because that'll put me a couple birthdays ahead. You know what else is going on? Or they're taking applications now for Battle of the Pitches, the Veteran Florida State pitch competition. That's right, at the expo on June 17th, correct? Yeah. So that veteranflorida.org, I'm sure they can find information there, but we can drop the information in chat too afterwards. So what else? I don't know that anything else is going on that I could think. Oh, the ECC's got a lot of really cool programming that Lynn has helped to develop. The Entrepreneur Collaborative Center. Yes, and she's been so excited and posting on social media. It's so great to see so many things come back live.
Yeah.
It's like April 1st turned the corner, and now you can go places and be with
Yeah.
people,
Yeah.
and there are people organizing those things. So yeah, she's got a lot of really cool stuff coming up. We often put the business training calendar for the Hillsborough County Entrepreneur Collaborative Center on the first, certainly on our webpage, several blog posts about it, and then to all of our cohort members, where we use that as a tool for them to say, what you need might be here. So check it out. And I believe they're still doing most things hybrid, but if you want to go out and see and be seen, then the ECC is the place to be.
Yeah. And we have some Action Zone staff and board members that'll be speaking on panels over the next couple of months. So come visit us.
Please.
Oh, tomorrow night there's a military spouse event tomorrow night at the ECC.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that Kashima Garcia, our executive director, will be speaking at that event tomorrow.
Awesome.
Yeah, so military spouse come out, meet Kashima and other military spouses that are interested in entrepreneurship and other things. Good.
Yeah.
Oh. So
It's
much going on.
Otherwise it's a dull morning, huh?
I know. Oh my, I know you're in Miami, so I'm not going to rub it in too much, but our entrepreneur spotlight, our alumni spotlight last week at Doggery Ice. Okay, first of all, Descent Brewery, Ashley over there is one of the co-owners. They've got 2 locations, one in St. Petersburg and one in Lakeland. She is such a gracious and accommodating host. It was a cool little spot. It's kind of has almost a Cheers feel to it. Everybody knows everybody, and it's small and quaint, but big enough to accommodate. We had beers there. We did our interview. Hopefully we'll be able to put that on our YouTube soon. It's a long video, so we have to take time to cut it. But anyway, then we went down to Doggery Ice, it's like 2 stores down, for the tour. And wow, so cool.
I love the pictures.
Yeah, I mean, it was just a really interesting ice factory. It's essentially what it is, ice factory, right? And the things that Cliff has discovered in his entrepreneurial journey about ice, and the processes and the machinery, and it's just really cool. And ironically, for Luminary, it's interesting, but his ice machine purchaser actually is Ukrainian, and he lives in Ukraine.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. And so he's collecting tactical emergency kits and first aid supplies, and and he's storing them in his ice cooler.
Oh my gosh.
It's just so crazy. But anyway, it was so cool.
Cliff's story is one that I tell often, and that's because, and where I'm going with this.
Yeah.
So often people think that in order to start a business, they have to have some high-tech, innovative solution to the world, that otherwise they can't be successful. But Cliff Fisher innovated making ice.
Yeah.
I'll repeat that for you in the back. Cliff Fisher innovated making ice. He froze water in a way that is important to and solves a pain point for a certain group of people, enough that he can sustain a business on it. So for entrepreneurs that are saying, oh, I can't come up with any great ideas, he's freezing water, folks. He's making money doing it. Please do not discount your idea.
Yeah.
If you sit around your house saying, well, I don't think that's a very good idea, you have closed your business before you even gave it a chance. Don't let that happen. Try it. It doesn't hurt you to try. You don't even have to spend money to research the idea. You don't
even have to research it. You can get your library card in the business
library.
Right. Will research it for you.
Absolutely true. Absolutely true. Every time I'm someplace, it doesn't matter if it's an entrepreneurial place I'm at or not. The conversation typically, maybe because I steer them oftentimes, but typically gets into, owning a business. And I shake my head at people and say, you just try it, because you don't want to get to your deathbed and go, damn, I wish I had done that. You want to
Yeah.
get to your deathbed and go, that was one hell of a ride.
Yeah, and for me, watching Cliff is even more exciting because we did serve together for a short time before he retired. So, to know where he came from, so to speak, to where he is now as an entrepreneur, it's really cool for me to witness and be a part of,
Yep.
So, and our new friends over at St. Pete Fools had a showing, so that was really cool. And yeah, it was just and Craig Krimpa, one of our faves.
I was so disappointed. I was
I
in Miami.
know.
I wanted to see Craig.
Yeah, he did a really cool video. I gotta send that over to you too. That was really cool. And then who else was? We had some new people there that have never been to an Action Zone event that drove a long way.
Oh, wow.
Brooksville,
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah,
It is a long way.
it is to come all the way to St. Pete. Now, of course, he's not in downtown St. Pete, so it's
Right.
closer. You might consider it more of like closer to Feather Sound or Pinellas Park or whatever, but it's still St. Pete. It's got to go over the bridge.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was really, really cool. Finally met Tom Flavin, I think his last name is, from Harvest Moon Shrimp, or Harvest Moon Seafood. I told her, I was like, I've been stalking you. I've reached out to you. I've been wanting to meet you for a couple of reasons. One, I love seafood. And two, I want to feature his business. I know I got to see his last name, so because I will.
Well, if he gets to be
favor
if he gets to be one of our entrepreneur spotlights, you better check with my calendar before you book it, because I don't want to miss that one.
I know, he gets his seafood fresh right here at Tampa, the port of Tampa Bay.
Mhm.
So that's really cool. Yeah, Basil Morales was there. He haven't seen him out and about at an Action Zone event for a minute. So yeah, it was nice. We saw some old friends and made some new. So
Awesome. Awesome. That's the whole point of that. And to hear about the story of the one that took the chance.
Yeah. So our next one, we won't be doing another one until probably July or August.
Okay.
But we're working on those schedules. So stay tuned.
Awesome.
All right, Battle. I don't think we have anything else to talk about, do we?
I don't think so.
I mean, of course, you and I can talk
incessantly and enthusiastically about damn near any topic. Just ask us, pick one out. That's what we should do. One of these Mondays, we should tell people that when they come in the morning, they just have to put questions in that we can answer. Wouldn't that be fun? If they just had a question, and first of all, we have a library card, and I can open up my library page while you're asking those questions. If you're looking for something in particular to support you or your business, you could just put it in the chat while we're talking, and we'll try to answer that for you. Wouldn't that be fun?
Q&A live.
Q&A live.
Yeah, Q&A live with Rosie and Valerie in the zone. Oh goodness. All right, Battle. All right, Action Zone friends. Until next Monday.
Have a great week.
Hey, remember what Rosie said, it's not too late to register for our next two cohorts.
Yep, links are going in as soon as I hang up my phone here.
All right. See y'all.
See ya.
Bye.